In the vast expanse of the sky above the rolling hills and endless plains, two birds reign supreme, the noble eagle and the cunning vulture. The eagle, with its powerful wings and sharp gaze, soared gracefully through the air, admired by all for its strength, courage, and fierce independence. The sun glinted off its feathers, casting a golden hue that made it appear almost majestic as it circled high above the world. The eagle hunted for its food, flying to great heights and using its keen eyesight to spot prey from afar, demonstrating not only physical prowess but also the skill of a true hunter. In stark contrast, the vulture made its living through trickery and opportunism. With dull feathers and a sly grin, it preferred the easy way out. Instead of hunting for its food, the vulture would scavenge the remains left behind by other animals, often swooping in to claim a meal when the hard work was already done. It delighted in its cleverness, believing it had mastered the art of survival by taking the path of least resistance. Despite their differences, the eagle and the vulture often crossed paths, and their rivalry was well known among the creatures of the land. The eagle respected hard work, and though it often looked down upon the vulture's methods, it couldn't help but feel a strange sense of camaraderie. The vulture, on the other hand, envied the eagle's freedom and strength, wishing it could rise to such heights without the effort. One fateful day, a severe drought struck the land, causing the rivers to dry up and the animals to struggle for food. As the days passed, both the eagle and the vulture grew desperate. With fewer meals to be found, the animals began to talk about a rumor, a hidden valley filled with fresh water and abundant food, untouched by the drought. The valley lay beyond the distant mountains, and only the most determined would make it there. The eagle, hearing the news, felt a surge of excitement. "I will race to the valley and bring back food for myself and my kin," it declared, its voice echoing through the trees. The vulture, overhearing the eagle's proclamation, cackled with laughter. "Why race when you can simply wait for someone else to find it and scavenge their leftovers? I'll be there in no time at all." But the eagle, filled with pride and determination, challenged the vulture. "Let us see who can reach the valley first. You may rely on your tricks, but I will rely on my strength and skill." The vulture, eager to prove itself, accepted the challenge, and the two birds set off at dawn, ready for a competition that would test their very limits. As the race began, the eagle took to the skies, its wings powerful and wide, catching the morning breeze with ease. The vulture, meanwhile, chose a different path. Instead of flying straight to the valley, it meandered along the ground, seeking shortcuts and watching for any signs of food along the way. At first, it seemed that the vulture's plan might work. It found scraps left behind by other animals and filled its belly while the eagle flew on, determined but hungry. The eagle flew high above the treetops, its keen eyes scanning the horizon for any sign of the valley. With each flap of its wings, it felt the burning determination in its heart. The journey was not easy, the sun beat down mercilessly, and the winds grew fierce. Yet the eagle pressed on, reminding itself that true success came from hard work and perseverance. As they approached the base of the mountains, the eagle spotted the valley below, a lush paradise filled with greenery and sparkling water. But just as it prepared to descend, it noticed the vulture lazily perched on a nearby rock, its belly full from scavenging. "Look at you, eagle," the vulture called out, smirking. "You've worked so hard, yet I found my way here with hardly any effort at all." Ignoring the vulture's taunts, the eagle dove into the valley, landing gracefully beside a clear stream that flowed with fresh water. It wasted no time in searching for food, catching fish with skillful precision. The vulture, believing it could simply waltz in and claim the eagle's hard-earned meal, strutted behind, full of confidence. But as the eagle feasted on its success, the vulture quickly discovered that the valley was not just a place of plenty. It was home to other creatures, stronger, faster animals who had also sought refuge from the drought. As the vulture tried to approach, it was chased away by the locals who would not tolerate an intruder among their food. Desperate and frustrated, the vulture realized that its cunning had only led to misfortune. It watched as the eagle thrived, feeling a pang of envy. Meanwhile, the eagle savored its well-earned meal, knowing that its hard work had paid off, while the vulture's shortcuts had left it empty-handed. With the sun setting over the valley, the eagle took a moment to reflect. It understood that while the vulture's cunning nature had its merits, it could never replace the satisfaction that came from dedication and effort. Just as the vulture was about to leave, the eagle called out, "You may have found food in the past, but it is the effort and struggle that makes the reward worthwhile. Perhaps, in time, you will learn this lesson." The vulture, humbled by its failure and the eagle's wisdom, nodded slowly. "Perhaps you are right, my friend. I see now that true strength lies not just in cunning but in perseverance and hard work." With that realization, the vulture flew away, pondering its next steps, while the eagle continued to enjoy the fruits of its labor. From that day forward, the eagle and the vulture maintained a different kind of relationship. The eagle soared high in the skies, embodying the virtues of hard work and strength, while the vulture, now wiser, began to understand the value of effort. And though they still had their differences, the vulture learned to admire the eagle's dedication, knowing that sometimes the greatest lessons come from the challenges we face and the choices we make. And so, the creatures of the land often recall the tale of the eagle and the vulture, a story of strength, humility, and the importance of hard work in a world where shortcuts often lead to empty hands.